Welcome to Heart Magic Wisdom. Today I want to react to some of the comments that I got on my last video about Bashar and his ideas on the soul trap. KKS says, he is correct that what happened in the past doesn't have to determine what you decide to do in the future. You can decide to do whatever is in your power. And this is in reaction to the segment where I said people come to Bashar and they ask him a question that's relevant to their lives. And whatever they say, Bashar always reframes it as something positive and says, oh, how exciting. This is a very exciting experience for you. Now that you're here in this moment, you can decide what you want to do in the future. And so now it doesn't matter how bad the situation is. There is always a positive way forward. And my counter argument was that, let's say you are here on planet Earth, sentenced to life in prison because you did something very horrible, then now you are very much affected by the past decisions, because you can't just walk out of prison. You can, for example, be positive in prison and make the best out of it, but then you are still in prison. And the original question was about, are you trapped? Are you in a prison as a human being? Is this Earth planet, is the whole planet a trap that you reincarnate into again and again? So what I mean here is that while you can always make the best of it, and that's great, some things can also be true. Like, for example, you can make the best out of prison, but you can be in prison and not be able to get out. The next comment from Anthony is, the problem is that you are not seeing that Bashar is talking with the higher self, which can change the channel. And this is about the analogy from Bashar where he says you are moving through time in a similar way, like changing the TV channel all the time. So every moment is a new snapshot of an arrangement of stuff. So maybe in one moment you are sitting on the couch, and then in the next moment you are in the process of standing up, and then a few moments later you are fully standing. So you just moved from one reality to a different reality. And he uses this as an example to say, you are a being who is moving through realities. So in theory, nothing can stop you to go to any reality that you want. And while I don't disagree that it's possible maybe, I just have never seen something really drastical happen. I have never seen somebody shift realities from having an amputated leg to regrowing this leg again. And I have never seen somebody go to bed in one reality where he has just a normal living room, and then in the next day he wakes up and then there's piles of gold in the living room. And so going back to the idea of, or if you are trapped, then escaping. So where and how could this higher self change the channel? For example, if you're in prison legitimately on planet Earth because you are a serial killer, can you now suddenly be on Hawaii, on an island, and have a new passport and everything is fine? I mean, I can't say it's not possible, but I just would need to see it first. The next comment is, Bashar and the channeled entities that parade across, as an example, the Next Level Soul YouTube channel, a huge psyop. I don't know what to say here. I mean, I feel like Bashar does a lot of good, but obviously all the psyops rely on good information mixed with bad information. So yeah, hard to say. So the next comment is, I find Bashar amazing. He helped a lot of people, but positive critique and questioning the agenda, etc. is always important. Thanks for the video. Thanks for the comment. The next comment is, I think you are making a black and white determination about Bashar being positive. What Bashar teaches is how to give every life experience a positive meaning. He does talk about negativity within the context of creation. Thank you, that's good to know. I have not seen that. But yeah, if you saw the entire last video, then he made some points and I'm just arguing against his points because I don't feel like his arguments are good. The next comment by Sovereign is, thank you so much for clearly explaining in words what I have intuitively felt/known for a while. Thank you for your nice words. I got a few comments like these. Thank you very much. It's appreciated. The next comment is from Dave. Toxic positivity. Guys, don't talk about the sharks in the water where we are. That's low vibration fear thinking. And so, yeah, I think that's just an example where you always have to balance positive thinking with some sort of calculation about the future. And if you calculate that some situations are negative, then you obviously have to look the negative situation in the face and label it as negative, spend some time with the negativity and not look away from it. And then in this moment, it doesn't look so positive. So yeah, you can't just ignore the negative stuff. Last comment for today. With due respect, you don't seem to understand Bashar. Please discuss the content of this video with him and you will find clarity. I wish you the best of knowledge. So sure, if Bashar wants to have a conversation about this, that would be great, of course. Okay, one last one. Holly says that being thinks he knows everything. And yeah, I have seen a lot of Bashar and I have never seen him say, I don't know, I'm not sure. So if you're on stage for thousands of hours and you always have an answer to every question, I don't know how to feel about this. Personally, I think I would have to say, I'm not sure, I don't know, a lot of times. So I'm skeptical of people who always have an answer. All right, there were many more comments, some supporting of me, some supporting of Bashar. I like that most of the comments were constructive. We all have to make up our mind and find a strategy for our life and for how we approach death of the physical body. So thank you everybody for watching the last one. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for commenting. And yeah, I will keep making more videos about things that interest me, about life, about strategically approaching life. And yeah, thank you again for watching. See you next time.